Testing. Why have you gone purple on the skin?
On my phone?
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna, no comment. All right, man. Whatever floats your boat, I mean. Cool.
How about an intro? Can we do a video intro?
So I just noticed it and I was like, hang on a minute. All right.
What we doing?
Okay, so today we're jumping on the ice in not only the XF Pro Retail, but my XF Pro Customs, which I've had maybe 3 weeks, not long. I haven't used them very often, which is why they look very, very fresh and very, very nice. And we're just gonna let you know, how they compare to each other, which one's better, which one I prefer and why, and what I don't like about certain ones. So we're gonna start off with the retail ones for obvious reasons. They're retail, everyone can get their hands on these.
The mere mortal skates.
Yeah, the not so special ones. We're gonna start off with design because when you walk into a hockey store, that's the first thing you look at, which ones catch your eye, which ones draw you in. And for me, these are quite a plain design, but if you've been around this channel for a while, you know that I like quite a plain design. The black, the chrome, I like it. There's not very often that I like a Larry stick or a Larry pair of skates like Chris with his banana skates and the yellow hard hat that he wears.
That's so unnecessary. I'd take the banana skates, but just stay on form, man. I like colour. Yeah?
Anyway.
In every facet of the word.
I'm just gonna stay quiet on that one.
As always.
But the black and the chrome, it's very, very clean. It's very, very subtle. I don't think it's very much in your face.
I like the black the most, just saying.
That's different.
You know how the black's on top of the white? I really like that. I'm definitely gonna have to cut that. Definitely gonna have to cut.
I was wondering where the fuck you was going with that one.
Finally, we have the official HT jerseys, the new ones, a bit different from the camouflage ones that I had in the past. And I think these ones, they pop. It's got your number, your name, and your country flag on the back. I can't be happier with them. They pop, but they're also subtle. If you like this design, make sure you go to the HT shop and get yourself a jersey. The design, the black, the chrome, it's very, very clean. It's very, very subtle. And I think it's a skate that everyone can look at and go, that's clean. It reminds me a little bit like the 100Ks, the Ripcores, which I was a massive fan of. I've actually still got a pair and I will not give them up because they're just such a unique pair of skates and so clean. So the design, very, very nice. We're also gonna now move on to performance because I think that's probably one of the most important things beside design on a pair of skates. For me, I think I had 3 pairs of retails. And the issue that I was having was they were too stiff during the break-in phase, even after break-in. And then as soon as they broke in, they went soft, like within 2-3 weeks, which is why I had 2-3 pairs. And I had the same issue with every single pair, that as soon as they broke in, they went soft, almost like they were 3-4 models below and not the top spec, which obviously is an issue, right? No one should be going through 2-3 pairs of skates a season unless you're playing in the NHL. And unfortunately, I'm not, so I shouldn't be doing that. I mean, in terms of comfort, I also found it very, very hard to get comfortable in these skates because like I said, they were so stiff during the break-in stage. And obviously I don't mean in terms of like the wall and skate, I mean everything, the foam, just getting comfortable inside the skate was so hard because they were like rocks. And like I like a stiff skate, but this was just next level. So it was so hard to just find that comfort stage where the skate goes from being brand new to feeling like a slipper. And I think that is so important in today's game because if you're not comfortable and you're thinking about, oh, my feet hurt, that's gonna distract you from actually playing and performing when on the ice. And that was a big issue I found with these skates. I couldn't get comfortable and I couldn't break them in. And when I did break them in, they went extremely soft.
And I know this is difficult to say because I think people find or think that we're never going to say anything negative about CCM. Credit where credit's due, but if there's something that we didn't experience positively, we do share that.
Absolutely.
And I think it's important for people to know that.
It's hard to say because, like everyone knows, I like CCM, right? It's been quite loyal to me, it's been quite trusty, but these skates, I just couldn't get on with them. They weren't for me, they didn't last long, I couldn't get comfortable in them. And I said that to Chris. I was honest, I'm always honest. I couldn't get on with them. They were too stiff? They were too stiff and then too soft, which is such an awkward balance to get in a skate. How you can have them so stiff that they're uncomfortable to so soft that they're not even protecting your boot within the space of 3 weeks is crazy. Like we said, it wasn't like we had one off boot. We tried a second pair, we had a third pair, and it was the same thing. So it's not like it was just an off pair of boots. We gave them multiple opportunities and it was just the same thing.
So what did you like about them?
I mean, the obvious one for me is the tongue. I've always said I think this is the best tongue that CCM have ever brought out. I always said that CCM tongues need a little bit more protection, and that's what they brought out in this tongue. There's a lot of protection here, but they also have the little bit of flexibility. I also
a hell of a lot more than a little bit of flexibility. It's crazy flexibility. The Adapt tongue is sick flexible. It's because the laces are done up like you can't skate and your ankles don't work.
Dude, the top eyelets are missing laces.
Food for thought.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what, like that?
See?
Are you going to have the Ovi hang?
Good flex. I like it.
I also like the tendon guard because it had that little bit of flexibility, but also the stiffness to give you the stability that you needed to be able to skate and push through your stride. I know it's going to be surprising for some people to hear this, but this was my experience with these skates, and like we've always said, we're honest. When credit's due, we give it, but when it's not, we're honest. So now we're going to move on to my custom pair. I know it doesn't look custom, but there is blue there. They are a little bit custom. Once again, going on to design. The design is literally more or less the same thing other than the blue logo, which it actually looks quite subtle, but when it catches the light, the blue really pops because the skate is just, the black and chrome is quite subtle, it's quite dull. And then when that blue catches the light, it's almost like it's in your face. A bit like the glare, eh, Chris?
My God, there was no need for that one.
Moving on to the comfort and the liner of these boots. Obviously these are custom, so I got to pick. And I went with the same ones that I had on my ASV Pros and my FT6 Pros because it works for me. I've got the donut inside on the ankle, which just adds so much comfort and support around your ankle that I honestly can't recommend it anymore. Completely changes the fit of the boot. And obviously I haven't had the same issue with these customs as I did the retails. I've had them about 3 weeks. I've worn them as much as I can, and I've only just baked them. And they haven't hurt the way that the retails did, which is crazy because these are stiffer than the retails, 100%. I know they are because I built them that way. I also got the same tongue because, like I said, I think this is the best tongue that CCM have ever brought out. It's got the flexibility and the stiffness and protection that is needed in every boot. Every boot should have a stiff and protective tongue. The tendon is the exact same for obvious reasons that I said on the retail version. Performance-wise, I mean, I can't knock them at all. They've been exactly like my other pair of custom skates. And like I've said, I've only had them 3 weeks, so I'm just getting used to them, just getting to the break-in stage of these boots. But I can't fault them in any way. CCM have once again come through on my custom skates. And I do just want to touch on that if you have a pair of custom skates, to then go back into a retail pair of skates is so difficult because custom skates are not only one built for your foot, but also stiffer if you want them that way. So for me, it is so much harder to go back into these after wearing these and obviously my old ones that I've had in the past, which is also something to keep in mind on my review on these boots. Okay, just a quick summary. These I found very, very hard to get on with and find comfortable and use. Whereas the customs, I mean, I can't knock them in any way. They're comfortable, they look unreal as always. I designed them, so shock. But they're comfortable, the performance is great, and they look nice. So once again, custom over retail. But like I said, if you've got a pair of custom boots to go back into a retail pair, it's very, very difficult. So keep that in mind when looking at skates.
FT6 Pros versus the XF Pros, how does that sit for you?
It's difficult. It's very, very difficult question because I've just got these and I used my FT6 Pros till they crumbled on my foot.
Oh no, I mean FT6 Pros against the FX Pro, retail.
Oh, retail?
Yeah, both retail skates.
That's also a very difficult question because both skates broke down very, very quick for me. But it's also not because the FT6 Pros came game ready fit. They weren't too stiff to break in and they didn't go soft as soon as I did break them in. So for me, FT6 Pros hands down.
Yeah, same for me. Just wanted to check. I'm actually an FT6 Pro Custom right now.
I'm in one of each. Oh, he fell off the boards.
Anyways, close.
Okay, so hopefully we can drop another skate video soon for you guys or anything else that you want to see. Let us know in the comment section and we'll do our best to get it on the ice for you. Make sure you like and subscribe because it helps us out, and I'll see you in the next one.